Hi, I'm Sam, Dr. Sam Schikowitz, and I'm the owner of Holistic Practice Management. And I have here Sherry, who's been with us for 4 or 5 years now, I think. And I just appreciate her so much. And she's so passionate about the work she does, and really gets kind of the culture of this company and what we care about and our values. And, I was just on a call with her, and she just made me feel so good about what we're doing. And I thought, we should share this. This is something that people should know because we really are different from other companies that are out there. And Sherry is just really understands how we're different and why we do what we do. And I think one of the really important things is about our relationship with the offices themselves. And so, Sherry, you said some great things Friday on the call, and I just wanted to go through those things. Can you
Sure.
explain it a little bit more?
Sure. I think we were talking about I had a new doctor, a new practitioner join our team. And I was telling you why they're one of my favorite. And it's because we work so well together. And that is what I love most. We really are part of the patient's healing journey. We're that first call, we're the interaction. And when the doctor introduces us as part of their team, their front desk team, by name, their patients expect because we're not a call center. We have a dedicated 1 to 2 receptionists that are actually assigned to that practice. So the patients get to know us. And if someone refers to us as a call center, that immediately puts up they're not going to get help. These people don't know. And that is so far from what we do. We're really passionate about giving excellent customer service and making sure each patient feels cared for, they feel valued. And so when that doctor introduces us as part and extension of their in-office staff that work virtually, then the patient automatically feels trusted, there's a connection, and it's much more personal that way. So we
Yeah,
love it.
I shared a paper out where it talks about the front desk staff as really the first step in a patient's healing journey, and it
Yes.
and it starts to create that sense of trust in what the doctor is going to do with them. So it makes it easier for them to follow through and actually take the steps that they need to make the changes that are going to support their health. And this doctor you mentioned, this new doctor, sort of really gets that that's what we care about.
Yes.
And so there are other doctors that we work with sometimes that don't quite understand that we're not a call center. And when they refer to us as a call center, the patients just don't feel comfortable.
No.
And these offices that don't really get it are not taking full advantage of the
Well,
care that we are able to extend to
yes.
their patients and
Right.
the sense of belonging and warmth that we can provide to them.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, the patients love getting to know us and that, hi, Sherry, how are you? Oh, Mr. So and so, I got you all set. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up that calendar. I'm happy to help you today. You're such a pleasure every time I call. Thank you. Can you tell doctor? They know we're communicating with the doctors and they do. It's such a difference. It's like night and day.
And Sherry, you said that you keep like as many tabs open as you need to be in touch. We're more affordable than in-office staff because you're working for a handful of doctors, not too many. That's one of the big roles that we do is to keep it balanced so that you're able to provide that incredible service to each person. But that helps kind of keep the costs down. But you keep an open direct channel to each of the doctors so you're able to
Immediate.
respond and
Yes.
communicate immediately. That's just part of how we operate here. We're really looking out to make sure that the doctors are cared for, the patients are cared for. Um,
Yes.
uh,
Absolutely.
that's
Yeah.
great.
Yes.
And so there's another topic that we talked about that I thought I would bring up here, which is that you're careful to refer to the doctors as doctor, and we don't. Not all the people we serve are doctors, but you carry this sense of respect for the practitioners. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. And the doctors appreciate that. I mean, we really are the face of their business. So we are that, how we reflect. And that's why we're so passionate about it. Is that when they call in, no matter the handful of clients, doctors that we answer for, each doctor knows that when I answer that phone, when any of our receptionists answer that phone, I am specifically focused on them, their style of care. We know their business. And it really makes a difference, and we handle it specifically to their care.
there's an interesting point here, which is that, practitioners have this authority, right, as a healthcare
Mhm.
provider. I mean, the state, the licensing bureau, or whatever, gives them this authority to diagnose or prescribe or whatever, put their hands on people or whatever the license is. But with that, the practitioners that kind of like embody that, not because they want the authority. I think all of our doctors don't want authority per se, but they ones that really succeed recognize that the patients need to trust them. And so they need to hold that mantle of authority, and they need to be the doctor, they need to be the healthcare expert. And so when we treat our clients, treat our doctors and practitioners with that kind of respect,
Right.
it helps them hold it more easily. It helps them be more
Yes.
authoritative with their patients and their clients. And I just think that that's such a great thing that you do, that we really try to do, is just help them be more comfortable in the position that they're holding, which is a position of healing, of helping, of supporting. And they
Yes.
need the authority to be able to instill confidence in order for people to make the changes they need to make.
Yes, that's I think what's the important part of that is the confidence that it gives the patient coming in. As we refer to them respectfully as the doctor, like you said, carries that authority. And that's the thing as well. We're very familiar with each doctor or practitioner, their business. So when they ask questions, we can be confident answering and giving information, knowing that, like you said, they're licensed, they have the authority, they're there to help them. And it instills that confidence just the way we talk, just the way we answer. So, us being knowledgeable and part of that team, that's why we're so separate from a call center. We're not just answering calls and pressing buttons and getting them plugged into an appointment. It's so much more.
Yeah. That's so refreshing and so wonderful to hear. And I just can feel the passion that you have. And I just know that you're a part of this journey for the patients, and that you're supporting, practitioners who really have a higher calling, who have a mission.
Yes.
I just feel the joy you have in being part of it all.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
thank you so much.
I want to add one point. After Friday, we spoke, and then I was on shift answering the calls, and I had one young man call. And so, I answered, Hi, this is Sherry. Thank you for calling so and so's office. How can I help you today? And he said, First, I just have to tell you that what a joy every time I call and I hear your voice. He said, I can't tell you how much it means. And I said, Oh, well, thank you. I really appreciate that. It was the grandson booking an appointment for his grandfather. His mother is also a patient there. And I said, it's just so wonderful. What a team to be so caring and connected. And for that young man to take the time to say that. And I said, Well, you're pretty wonderful to help your mom and your grandfather get everything coordinated. And Dr. So and so, I said, Let me just pull up that calendar. And, that's what we do. It's personal. We build a relationship, building that trust, letting them know. It means a lot to families. It really does. So, not even just the patient, but their families, that we're kind, we're caring, and we're making sure they're getting taken care of.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of times the patients don't even know that we're not in the office, and they say, "Oh, I'll be
Right.
happy to see you there." Or
Yeah.
they say,
Yeah.
they want to send presents
Yes.
to the receptionist, and we're
Yeah.
like, "Well, we're not in the office. We just work remotely, but we're still part
Right.
of the team." And so
Right. And that's what I always say. Yes.
yeah,
Oh, I'm not in the office. We are part of the team, but I'm part that works virtually so that
yeah,
they know it's not a separation. It's just an extension. We are all
yeah.
one team for that patient care. Yeah.
Great. Thanks so
Yeah.
much, Sherry. That's amazing.
Exactly. You bet.